Yo, what is up, guys? Joker bringing you another video for the 3.24 Necropolis League, going over my recent currency making strategy. And as you can see, my recent currency making strategy in Path of Exile has actually just been playing Torchlight. And I wanted to go ahead and showcase my Torchlight character, anyways, because in my opinion, Torchlight Infinite gets too much shit. It is a really fun ARPG. I know the graphics turn some people away, or the damage numbers might turn some people away, but I personally played like a shit ton of Maple Story, right? So I love like the anime-esque fucking design as well as the huge numbers. And I know that there's a decent amount of people that are looking up for new ARPGs. Diablo 4 made a lot of people come into the ARPG genre, but then they found out that Diablo 4 didn't have really what they were looking for. So a lot of them turned to Last Epoch or Path of Exile, right? And I don't think Torchlight Infinite got as much attention as it deserves because it has a lot of quality of life features. The main things that you're going to hear about it are people saying, oh, well, like it's pay to win. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. And it's really not. The first two seasons that I played, which were the first two seasons, I did not put any money into it at all. And I had a fantastic time. The only time that I put money into it was the third and fourth season. And I've already stated multiple times, I'm a pay with your vote your with your wallet type of player, right? Where I will go ahead and if I am enjoying something, I will put money behind it. That way those devs have the potential of continuing to develop the game, right? So I just wanted to go ahead and showcase the gameplay, showcase my character, and explain what I've been doing since I have mentioned this prior before as well, right? I think it was last league where during my downtime in the league, what I go ahead and do when a new Torchlight season comes out is I go over here and I just put my Path of Exile in a windowed screen, right? And the reason why is because we're just accepting trades. That's all we're doing. We're buying and selling items. And I've mentioned this numerous times, but I think a lot of people still haven't looked into it or tried it. But flipping currency is probably the easiest way to make currency in Path of Exile, especially because it has you not doing anything, right? So I'm going to go over it one more time real quick at a higher level than I did in my last video because I don't want this video to be too long. But essentially what you do is you have a what are they called? Oh fuck, I forgot. The buyable stash tabs, right? I forgot what they're called. Let me go to the microtransaction. Premium stash tab, right? And you throw in all of your currency, right? The reason why you throw in all of your currency is because when people are looking for trades, it's going to show them how much currency you have. For example, if people are buying exalts, they're going to see that I'm selling 128. If people are selling the life force, they're going to see that I have 229 div in this stash tab. That way they can go ahead and sell me massive bulk, right? So you just go ahead and you dump everything into a stash tab. What I personally do, because I have hamster brain, is I set up a bunch of wisdom scrolls to kind of remind me of prices that I'm buying items for and what I'm selling items for, right? That way in case I accidentally remove this entire stack and I click it back in, I still know what I'm selling it for, right? So it helps me keep track of prices. It helps me keep track of my margins and stuff like that. Where do I get these margins? The official trade site, right? So this is where player knowledge is going to come in, because you have to know what items are going to buy and sell at what point of a league. But the safest bet is always the life forces, because people are always going to need these life forces. I'm also doing exalted orbs because people are going to be constantly slamming items, right? Because for a lot of high-end items, a lot of the times what you do is you do like a meta mod and then you slam and you try to hit T1 modifiers, right? So exalts are always going to have somewhat of a value. This league, they have less of a value because of the fact that there's so many of them being printed, as well as like a lot of other items. But you can do anything. You can do tempering orbs, you can do tailoring orbs, you can do orbs of unmaking. Just make sure you do something that you're familiar with. Don't try to follow a trend. Do something that you have knowledge on. That way you know the relative price of it, right? So for this example, we're just going to look at Vivid Life Force. In case you don't know what this is the bulk selling tool on the Path of Exile trade site, right? So you would go here and you would click, I have divines. You can do this in chaos too, but it would probably be a lot more annoying. I always do it with divines. So make sure you always have at least 20 divines when you start. I started with 27 yesterday and I'm at 229. So pretty much what you do is you click I have divines and then you click life force, right? You're not buying anything off of this website. You're just using it to get your prices. So you hit the search and it's going to show you what people are currently selling, right? Hey, I'd like to buy your 6,000 Vivid Life Force for my one Divine Orb in Necropolis. This person is selling 6,000 Life Force for one Divine. What that would look like is that person just has 6,000 Life Force here, right? Something like this, where they just have the life force and they're selling it for divines. Now, if we go back over to the trade site, you'll see 5,900 is pretty much the price, right? 5,900 to one divine is going to be the price. Now, we go ahead and we flip this. We take a look and see what people are buying Life Force for. Oh, that's funny. I'm literally right here. That's hilarious. Um, I didn't even know I was going to be right there, like in the perfect middle. But you flip it and you can see what people are buying Lifers for. So a bunch of people are buying 2 to 1,200, 1 to 6,000. Those are the same thing. This guy is being a dick and he's literally undercutting by one. And then this guy is 100, this guy is 100, this guy is 170. See, so all of these people were pretty much undercutting me, right? Because I have it set up here, and then all of these people are setting it up for less, essentially giving them less life force per divine. And as you can see, people are buying about 6,190, right? So pretty much almost 6,200. And if we go ahead and take a look at the buying prices again, you'll see it's 5,900. So that is 300 life force per divine that you make. So that's why I was saying you always want to make sure you have at least 20 or 30 divines, because you're really not going to see any large amount of profit unless you invest a large amount. Like when I was doing it and I only had like the 27 divines, each flip was only getting me like 30C, but sometimes the flips would happen in minutes, right? So that's the biggest thing, knowing how the market fluctuates as well as checking on the market, and knowing what to price your items. Because I could go ahead, if I wanted to, I could go ahead and drop my prices on my Vivid and it just go down to like 1200 or 1250 or something like that, right? And drop myself below the competition. But since I've been relatively AFK, I haven't had a care. I could drop myself down, but there's not as much profit when you lower prices like that, when you're constantly undercutting people, right? Unless you're proactively doing it. The way that I do it, I showed you, I have it in a mini screen on my side monitor, and then I'm just blasting maps in torchlight. I hear a ping, I look over, I do a trade, I go back to torchlight. And that's what I've been doing for the past day and a half. And it's had some great returns. I've been debating if I'm trying to save up for Original Sin or if I'm just going to make like an armor stacker since I already have Mage Blood, right? And if I'm just going to do like an armor stacker, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be playing Torchlight the next couple of days. So it gives me a couple of days to actually decide. But I just wanted to go over this one more time for anyone. You can go ahead and do it on any item in the game, pretty much. You can do it on div cards as well, right? Let's say you're trying to buy the Fortunate, then all you would go ahead and do, let me bring this back over here. Control F, Fortune. That's not how you spell fortune. That's not how, that's why it's not. Oh, Fortune. There we go. You would go ahead and set up a trade using the tagline, the Fortunate. So, as an example, you would go squiggly, price, and I don't even know what a Fortunate is priced at right now. Do I have any? I should. Okay, yeah, I do. So Fortunates are about 18C each. Let's open up the trade site and let's see what it looks like. So we have a bunch at 18. Okay, we have a bunch at 18. So how we would figure out the profit margin on this is kind of sweaty, right? Because we would have to go ahead and do 18 times 12, which would be 216. So 2 divines is currently 120C. So it would be 240 minus 216. So if you buy Fortunate cards for 18C each, you would go ahead and make 24C every set of Fortunates that you make. So that would look something like this. You would go price, you would go what you're getting for what you're giving. So we would want one Fortunate card for 18 chaos, and we go there. And this is going to go ahead and set up the offer for me. This is going to show that I am buying the Fortunate for 18C each. Let me show you on the trade site. Okay, and there we have it, right? On the trade site, you go to the bulk trade. We go, want chaos and I have the Fortunate, right? The easiest way to do it is set it up as I have chaos and I want the Fortunate. And then you hit this little arrow and it automatically swaps for you. That's how you're going to find your buy and sell prices, like I was mentioning. And as you can see, I am going ahead and I'm technically undercutting everyone. Everyone else is buying it for like 17C each. Well, this guy's 16, this guy's 17, right? And then I would just go ahead and I would go here. I would go Fortunate 1 to 18, right? That way I know what I have set up. That way I know that I have a trade set up here in case I move this stack of chaos. I know, okay, Fortunate, Exalted, Fertile Catalyst, Prismatic Catalyst, and then the Life Forces. I have all of my sell prices. And then I have my buy prices. And actually, this is I have that messed up, but whatever. I keep track of my buy prices and my sell prices, right? If anything, these should be up here next to my divines. That way it's better organized, but it works in my brain. That's just the example that I wanted to go ahead and give because I feel like there's not enough people utilizing it really, flipping the currency strategy. And especially if you're doing something else, playing some other kind of game, and you're not proactively paying attention to Path of Exile, it goes ahead and it helps you out extremely get a decent amount of currency, right? So once again, you can do this on anything in the bulk item filter. Actually, you can do it technically on anything in the game, but it's easiest to do on stuff in the bulk item filter. And if you have a question about how you fill it out, it goes ahead and it shows you pretty much TLDR. It's just a hyphen. That's all you have to go ahead and put majority of the time. Like if you were buying the Rex, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to go ahead and once again show how you can make a currency without actually playing a Path of Exile. In case you want to play anything else, in case you want to check out Torchlight, which I highly recommend you do. If you want to check out, I think Diablo 4, doesn't it have a season coming out soon? I might actually check that out as well. But Torchlight, I love it. It has a huge amount of quality of life that I wish that I wish Path of Exile would have. I mean, even if it's stuff like a base auction house where they do it pretty decently, where they go ahead and they tax it directly off of the and they go ahead and they tax you on trades to kind of prevent auction house abuse. As well as they have like a vacuum pickup loot. They have a loot pickup hotkey where if you press A, then you can just pick up items off the ground. Currency items vacuum into you with your pet. And this part is actually for free. And it's something that Path of Exile could totally do, right? It's on the free pass. So you don't even have to pay for this. You just have to play the game. And once your season pass hits level 15, you get the auto loot feature for your pet. And if you go to your pets, you're going to have plenty of pools on pets. Vast majority of my pets have came from free pools, but you're gonna have at least epic pets out the wazoo, right? If not epic, then you'll have the rare pets, and sometimes the rare pets are better because you'll get the dupes and they buff the effect of what they actually do. But you would just have to hit follow on, so you only have to have one pet, which if you play the season, you're gonna have enough pools to actually get one. Let's see if I actually do have enough. No, I just used all my shards not that long ago. I did a free pool for this chick and I actually ended up getting her. So that was pretty dope. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with this and future content. And until next time, take care.